Problem 28 wants to take a look back at problem 27b and do the quadratic formula and then check our answer with what we got when we did problem 27 and use factoring in zero product property. So first of all, I want to go through and take a look at what do we get from factoring in zero product property. So if I go through and factor that one, so I have 3x squared, a negative 6. Diamond problem is negative 18x squared. Bottom is 17x. Hopefully we remember how to set all that up. Sides of the diamond problem then are going to be 18x and a negative x. Greatest common factor from these two here is going to be x. And down on the bottom is going to be the greatest common factor. There is a 3x. So this is a 6 and a negative 1. So now doing my zero product property, that means this now is 0 equals x plus 6 and 3x minus 1. Zero product property gives me x plus 6 equals 0, so I have negative 6. And my other solution is going to be 3x minus 1 equals 0, which is going to give me 3x equals 1 and x equals a positive 1/3. Taking a look then at the next problem. So I'm now going to do the quadratic formula with this one. So my a, b, and c values, I want to identify those. Remember, your a value is your number of x squared terms, so that's 3. My b value is my number of x terms, which is 17. My c value is the constant value, which is negative 6. It's always the one without the x. So putting in my quadratic formula, opposite of b, plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. I'm going to substitute those values in. So my b value is 17. So now I have the opposite of 17. I have b squared, so now that's 17 squared. I have a negative 4 times a, and my a value is 3. And my c value was negative 6. In the denominator, I have 2 times my a value. I always want to simplify underneath the square root symbol first. So 17 squared, I'm going to get 289. Negative 4 times 3 times negative 6. I have a negative 4 and a negative 6. That makes it a positive, so I have a positive 72. My denominator is 6. 2 times 3. Simplifying underneath that square root symbol again, 289 plus 72 gives me negative 17 plus or minus the square root of 61 over 6, which then I square root that 361 and I get 19. From here, I'm going to split into 2 separate problems because I do have this plus or minus. So I have negative 17 plus 19 over 6, and I have negative 17 minus 19 over 6. So simplifying the red problem, I have a positive 2 over 6, which is then 1/3. And simplifying the blue problem, negative 17 minus 19 gives me a negative 36 over 6, which is negative 6. So my 2 solutions, x equals a 1/3 and x equals a negative 6. Looking back to what we had for our original solutions, negative 6 and 1/3. So they match. And there we are.